I hate water cooling. Hello, computer friends. How are you doing? I'm not so great. In fact, the vibes are off today. About a week ago, I'm just kind of on my PC doing my thing and my right monitor just craps out. It's as if it disconnects. And then like a minute later, it comes back as if nothing happened. And I was like, what was that all about? And then I'm watching Better Call Saul and my screen starts kind of flickering and Better Call Saul isn't loading well. And then it goes down to like 140p. It just looks terrible. And I'm thinking, okay, it finally happened. I got hacked. So I combed through the entire machine. I didn't find anything. I restored my Windows installation back a few weeks. Didn't help. Still the same problems. And I thought, what the heck? It's as if it's my display, it's my buffering, it's my network, all at once. It has to be malware. So I open up Hardware Monitor just thinking, well, all right, what if something went wrong with a piece of hardware? And sure enough, my CPU is very, very hot. My pump failed, and I didn't have any alerting set up to let me know if my pump had failed or not. That's on me. You remember my PC, right? It's kind of air-cooled and water-cooled at the same time. Like my My GPU is air-cooled. I didn't put anything on there, but CPU, right there, probably. My CPU is water-cooled. Water block, you remember this. We spent a good deal of time talking about this build, and I'm still very proud of it. But I don't really like water cooling. And it's not that water cooling isn't dependable or anything like that. Sure it is. I'm just stupid. I didn't bother to do anything like checking if my pump had failed or anything like that. I just didn't bother, and I'm paying the price now. For like a week, I ran my computer with no CPU cooling basically, and probably just like scraped years off my CPU's lifetime. Like smoking is to lung cancer as no cooling on a CPU is to CPU failure. And I'm really pissed because that's a 12700K that I spent a good bit of money on. I'm just gonna stop ranting here. Listen, I don't trust myself with water cooling, so I'm gonna go back to air cooling. And I think I have just the tool for it. What's that? What's that? You're wondering what this PC from my electronics bench is doing here? Shh, it's a secret. You'll find out. Now, I haven't used this computer in like a week because I've been waiting on this, but this I think will work. This is an NHD 12L. And my understanding is it's kind of got like two towers and a U and then a fan in the middle, and it comes up to like 145, 150 millimeters tall. So technically it should fit in that case no problem. But in practice, I guess we'll see. Let's get started. I am going to replace everything, but I kind of want to take some time and see what went wrong here. You know, maybe this is salvageable. Well, I've opened up this part of it and yeah. So I know that I shouldn't be doing this over my bed, but I don't really have much desk space. But if I go any further, I'm about to start leaking coolant everywhere. So I'll tell you what, let me first try and run the pump alone. So here we are at my kitchen. My vitamins, which I forgot to take today, so bone apple teeth. Oh, my Manscaped. Sponsor me, Manscaped, if you're out there. All right. So here's the deal. I've got my 12 volts. I'm gonna turn on my power supply. I'm gonna plug something in like the lights, and there you go. 12 volts to the lights, that's working beautifully. But that's not really what we're concerned about, is it? No. Oh, by the way, I scraped off the thermal paste. Don't worry, there's not still thermal paste on there. Now the pump. Here, you give it a try. Here's you. Hi. You hear anything? I don't. So, I doubt the impeller's spinning in here, and I kind of want to do a bit of more discovery. So let's take the whole thing apart. Oh, I've got a bowl, I've got some gloves, because my assumption is this stuff's probably not very skin friendly. It is water, but they've probably have some like antifungal additives. So, here we go. Let's pass some electricity through it. All right, that should be a better angle. Let me pick you up and show you what I've done. So, power supply, and I'm gonna turn on mains power to it. There you go. Red light is on, and I have the pump sitting here. And the nice thing is the impeller is exposed, so I'm gonna turn on the supply now and see what happens. Nothing. And I can give it a spin. That's doing nothing. Yeah, all right, so it's a dead pump. And you can see, definitely getting power, but dead. That's really too bad. So I wanted to look up really quickly if I could get a replacement pump, because that probably would be a lot cheaper than that really kind of expensive air cooler, but I have to fill out a questionnaire on Be Quiet, and I didn't find anything on eBay or anything like that. Like, wait a minute, let me check. Yeah, no, nothing. And this isn't to discredit Be Quiet or the Pure Loop series or anything like that. No, I've had great success with great success. I've had no problems with Be Quiet stuff before, and the thing is, when you buy any kind of component, there's going to be a mean time before failure, and that's very clearly advertised to consumers. The problem is, I bought the loop like maybe 6 months ago, and that's just, 6 months of operation, and the computer's not even on all the time. I always turn it off at night, so that's just way too fast, and I'm just gonna stick with what I know. So, let's get to work. I want to move this out of the way too. I want to just show you how thoroughly I enjoy Noctua's packaging. It's like, it just comes out like that, and it's all cardboard. It's just beautiful. And I will say, before I do anything, I want to kind of, just roughly place this in there, and there you go. You can come out now. Just roughly place this in here and see if the dimensions kind of make sense. So just kind of plop that down, sort of. Yeah, I think that's gonna work just fine. Awesome. I'll get right to it. Well, there you have it, folks. It is all done, and the case definitely looks considerably cleaner. I think my cable management speaks for it. Well, I don't know. My cable management's just fine. All right, just don't talk about it. Anyways, let me show you something. Oh, well, it'd be nice if I could put it back on, right? All right, yeah. Full clearance. This thing is not gonna be too tall. So that's perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. And I think this is gonna be the best bang for my buck. Now, I also wanted to put a fan right here or something like that, but, well, it's resting on the memory right now. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. So it's kind of just barely touching the very top, and unfortunately that's not gonna fly. The memory down there is gonna keep this from going well, but I think it'll be just fine. I put back the Noctua fans for even more airflow. Let's go turn it on. Moment of truth. Uh-oh. All right. Okay. Take two. Thank goodness. Oh, there you go. Problem solved. It's back. Oh, as you can see, the vibes are back. Good vibes. I'm tired. So I guess the moral of the story is just never even try water cooling. Obviously, I'm kidding. Water cooling is just fine if you have reliable equipment. And I really don't want to dog on any company for putting out bad stuff, but I mean, that's kind of unacceptable for a pump to fail after just 6 months of, you know, consistent but not like all day, everyday work. I mean, maybe I did something wrong. If you think I did something wrong, tell me in the comments. I do a lot of things wrong, but I you know, fail to believe that this is my fault. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this short little video. Having a computer back means that I can get to working on some more complex videos. And I have one coming up that I think, I have to think of a pun for this. I have a video that you'll have to see to believe. All right, that's it. Good night.